Hello and welcome to Kim's Cozy Corner. My name is Kim and the weather is changing. Fall is here. The frost is coming. This upcoming week, I'm going to have temperatures down in the 30s, which is actually perfect temperature for my cool season crops, but it's a little too cool for my summer crops. And so we're going to be doing several things outside today, including getting the firewood ready for the year. So we will be harvesting everything from the garden. But before I get everything harvested from the garden, this morning I am going to work on my firewood back here. I had a stack of wood in this space. It's probably been here for more than 5 years. But I took 2 trees down this year. And since I took those 2 trees down, I have a ton of wood that I need to get split so it can start drying, right? Because you don't want to cut the wood down and use it the same year. So I had a friend of mine come over yesterday and took away everything that was in this space. And I think it was about 4 rows across. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 feet high. So we did save enough for ourselves for this year. Don't get me wrong, we saved enough for ourselves. We scraped out this stuff here that is so dry that if I try to burn this, I'm going to set it on fire and it's going to go poof and it's going to disappear. That's just how old this is. So I set out 2 new boards and I've already started cutting the wood or splitting the wood. So I already have a few pieces over here where that friend of mine, once they took what they wanted, they helped me pile this up yesterday. But I'm going to cut some more of this wood and then we're going to move over into the garden. This is where I have my little setup over here. And I have a wood splitter. And I've had this splitter for a very long time at this point. I don't know, 5, 6 years or more. I forgot when I got it. But I used to rent splitters to split wood for my fireplace. But I went ahead and purchased this one and I've saved money now that I have my own splitter. It's a 7-ton splitter. I think I got it off of Amazon all those many years ago. If I can find it, I'll put the link to it below. It has an attachment here where I can take one piece and split it into 4, or without this, I can just split the wood in half. So I have both of those pieces. But this is where I'm set up, where I'm splitting all the wood, and then we're moving it over to that other space. My brother was supposed to come and help me, but unfortunately he couldn't come this weekend. So my goal is to get as much done as I can, and then hopefully he can come next weekend. But for now, I'm just going to try to split up some more of this wood. Unfortunately, a lot of the wood is about 4 to 6 inches too long for me to use my little bitty splitter over there. So I'm having to get the chainsaw out and cut them into smaller pieces. But I had wood lined all up over here. It was all over here. I know my shadow's in the picture, but this whole side of my house was lined up with wood. I got a good little bit of it done yesterday, and now I need to try to finish up. And some of these pieces, y'all, are massive. And it looks like they're cut, but then you get up close to the wood, you turn it over, and it's not cut on the bottom. So I'm having to finish cutting through some of these pieces. And then we're going to get over here and we're going to finish splitting up as much as I can. Now, y'all, my body is not used to doing this kind of work. So we will not spend a whole lot of time out here doing this kind of work. I'm going to spend about an hour doing this, and that's it. And then we're going to move on to the garden because doing this will put me out pretty quickly with my bad back. So we're going to do what we can do. I'm going to use my little cart here to kind of help bring the wood closer to me. And then we're going to just cut it up and we're going to call it good. these little bitty pieces I'm cutting off, y'all, I'm going to use them little chunks too. Let's not get it misunderstanding. We're going to use all of this wood, the little chunks included. Y'all, isn't that pretty sweet? It split it into 4 pieces for me with one go. One go, that's all it took. Oh, that one didn't fully split. I think this one did though.
This is Kim's Cozy Corner on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Ohio. Okay, we're back on. She's being attacked by a bee, but we love bees.
It shouldn't be so sweet.
You are so sweet. Kim is now a lumberjack. We are splitting wood for the season. As always, we're thinking about our safety. We have our safety gloves on, our PPE. Look at her heave those logs. Biceps. I'm telling you, Survivor might be calling.
I hope not.
Or Naked and Afraid.
Oh no. Everybody else would be afraid if I'm naked. All right, y'all, I'm calling it quits. The pile is a little better. I probably split enough wood for at least 2 or 3 flyers. Cleaned up this little area here, but y'all, there's still a ton of wood over here. Let me show you. So there's my new pile of wood. I cut up quite a bit of this right here before my chainsaw battery went out. I cut several pieces from over here, and some of it was okay, so I just carried it over, but we still need to do quite a bit of cutting over here. This is hard work for my little chainsaw over here. And way over here, this area over here has quite a few pieces that are the right size, but y'all, that's a long ways to get back over there. So I'm just working my way down to this space here. I did a couple pieces from over here, but we'll do a little bit at a time, and eventually we'll get all of this taken care of. It's a nice little pile of wood there. I can't let it stay here long or it's going to kill my grass, but it's going to stay here at least today and a few more days. But let's head over to the garden, y'all, and let's do what I call that fun stuff, that garden therapy. Let's go over there. With the frost coming, I don't get to pick and choose what I'm picking. I need to pick pretty much everything over here. These are not winter plants, or should I say cool season crops. These are all summer crops over here, and I need to pick everything that I can so I don't lose anything. I don't think there's much left over here except for some green beans and some peppers, but we're going to pick all of those green beans and all of those peppers. And I only got 1 or 2 plants of green beans, but y'all, they got blooms. They are happy. They won't be happy after this week, though. After this week, these green beans are going to be very unhappy. We're supposed to have a deep freeze. And with a deep freeze, it's going to kill all of this. I mean, it's truly done this time. A little bit of rain's not going to bring it back. I keep saying, I'm done for the season. I'm done for the season. I keep coming back and I'll harvest another one and another one. Like there's a tomato, it's blushing. Gonna grab it up. Now you can't hit me in the face. You're gone. And this is the one I got all the beans off of. All right, see what else I get to harvest. I had people ask me whether or not I was going to overwinter my peppers this year. And yes, I will be overwintering the peppers. I mean, y'all, look at this. These habanadas, I mean, they're still trying to produce. They're not ready yet, but they're trying. My habanadas, and not jalapenos, no heat. Habanadas are habaneros, no heat. So yeah, they're still trying to produce. So we will definitely take in what we can take in to overwinter. I can only bring in 4 tiers, so I'm gonna have to pick between 2 different towers, this one here and this one behind me, and decide which 4 I'm gonna bring in. There's not room for everything, but we're picking everything today. So all the peppers, whether they're green or have started turning or not, we're picking everything. And of course, you can eat a green bell pepper. My shishitos, we're picking those as well, because this will not go in before the frost. And I know it won't. I don't have time to take it inside before the frost is going to get here. But I may put my frost cover on it just to try to protect the plants themselves, since I'm not going to be able to protect the fruit, because I'm taking the fruit now. So I take it back. I am protecting the fruit because I'm taking it indoors, but save the plants for another day. Still got blooms over here too. And I've already overwintered these one time. Some of these are brand new. They haven't been overwintered, or either I started them indoors, but some of these are from last year's garden. And the peppers honestly just look better on the ones from last year. The plants are thicker, stronger, healthier. So we will take some in. I just don't know which ones yet. And this one right here, this one needs some love, y'all. The leaves are all yellow. I mean, they're really yellow. I will definitely put a frost cover on this one. I got a lot of Jimmy Nardellos coming in right here. These are Jimmy Nardellos. Ton of them coming in. Some baby bells, purple baby bells. I'm gonna have to get what's up high first before I squat, y'all. That's a lot of work on my knees. It's a cherry popper. It's supposed to be red. Oh, this one's about to knock me out. A couple Joe Parkers here that aren't red, but we will take them anyway. Joe Parkers. And everything, for the most part, y'all, I've already gotten. I mean, everything was already drying up and out, so I got everything mostly out the garden, maybe 1 or 2 tomatoes, and that's really it, because everything else I've already harvested. Here's a little bell pepper. Oh, that's a big pepper right there. It's really big. Costa Rica. It definitely won't turn. Not out here in the weather we getting ready to have. I got peppers hiding in the back, y'all. This is from a seed share from 2 years ago, y'all. All right, we got one more over there that might have some beans on it, and then we'll run through the garden real quick and we'll call it a day before the frost. Lots of beans over here. Some of the baby ones on here too, but they're just not gonna make it. That's a nice handful of beans right there. Y'all, last year this time, I was harvesting pounds and pounds of tomatoes. I mean, lots and lots of tomatoes. I mean, we were nowhere near the end. The weather was so different last year compared to this year. This year, the only thing that wants to hold out to the very end are black cherry tomatoes. And y'all, I don't want another black cherry tomato. I got so many black cherry tomatoes. They don't wear out their welcome here. I'm going to have more room in my indoor grow space this year. So I might do something besides just the micro dwarf tomatoes this year. I might actually grow a real full size, maybe a bush size or a dwarf size tomato plant this winter. I should have already started it, but I haven't. Whew. Now this has been a season for me. I got to pick everything green as well. Keep forgetting frost coming. I got to pick the green tomatoes. Ooh, and they are really green. Let's see what else we need to pick up in the garden. But y'all, there's those peppers and a couple green tomatoes, but mostly peppers in this basket today. A few beans. Let's see what else we can get today. Time to stop for a raspberry snack. These are my fall-bearing raspberries. I normally just have enough for fresh eating. That was a nice snack. Let's keep going. Tomatoes are next. So there's a few paste tomatoes here. And we're picking all of them today. Green ones included. I mean, if they're of size. If they're too small, I'm not going to worry about them. Picking the big ones. There's a bean. And that bean looked good. I didn't expect beans to be looking good over here. It's probably just the one, because everything else looked all dried out. But I'll take that one to go with the others. This vine is completely dead, but it's got a couple good tomatoes on it. Ugh, that's not one of them. I gotta find a basket for the hot tomatoes. I mean, hot peppers. I only have one thing that's super happy about this frost coming in, and that's my Brussels sprouts. We might get to harvest some of those next week after the frost. I'm picking okra now, and this is probably the last of the okra for sure. I don't think there's enough warm weather in sight for the rest of this okra. Handful of okra right here. Yep, look what I did with all of my sweet potato vines. I just threw them over in this bed here. We'll compost them in place. Now we're going to head over here and pick more beans and hot peppers. For the hot peppers, of course, I had to get a different container, and they're going to be green today. I'm picking all of my serrano peppers, everything. Anything that's hot, I'm picking today. Jalapenos, serranos, chili peppers, poblanos. We're picking all of those. Over here, I have paprika, cayenne. What else is over here? Greek peppers. Ancho 101s are over here as well. 24-year-old seeds on those. I'm going to pick as long as I can before the battery goes dead, and then I will bring you back and show you everything that I harvest. There's a few tomatoes over here, not many. There's definitely beans over here. Oh, a lot of beans. These are my pole beans. Even though I can't mix my peppers, I can mix my tomatoes. So we will get these tomatoes off of here. And these look good, y'all. I mean, they look really good. I got one cucumber over here as well, hopefully. Now beans. Let's pick as many beans as we can. These beans look like I just planted them. That rain came and made these beans very happy. They started producing all over again when I thought they were finished, thought they were toast from all of that hot weather. All right, let me finish harvesting and I'll bring you back and show you the final harvest. All right, y'all, I'm tired. I just can't do any more today. I just can't. We are going to call it a day. Using that chainsaw takes it all out of me, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's talk about what we got here. And we got a lot. All right. Oh, this is a little heavy. All right, peppers, tomatoes, and okra in this container here. Sweet peppers, tomatoes, and okra in this one. And a lot of green tomatoes because the frost is coming. But there's some red ones in here too. And then in this container here, I think I moved everything over, but that's definitely a meal of beans in here. Nice harvest of beans. And then I have hot peppers over here, if I didn't lose them along the way. And one cucumber. That's the harvest before the frost, y'all. That's everything we got. Some of them look horrible and some of them look amazing. But that's what we got. Here are the total weights of everything that I harvested today. So this is the harvest before the frost and just a little bit of wood splitting as well. So once I know I am 100% done with all of the summer harvest, I always give you the total weights like I did with the potatoes and the sweet potatoes. But you know, who knows? I might get another tomato or two. I doubt it, but you never know. Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please give me thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And please tell your family and friends about me. So until next time, and I hope there will be a next time that you hang out with me, Kim, at Kim's Cozy Corner. Bye.